upon a time, there was a man living in a small village nestled by the riverbank. One year, the village experienced the heaviest rains it had ever seen. The river swelled and began to flood the village. As the water rose, the man prayed fervently for a miracle, asking God to save him from the impending flood. Soon after, a neighbor came by in a small rowboat. "Come on, jump in," the neighbor said. "The water is rising fast." The man shook his head and said, "No, thank you. I have prayed to God, and He will save me." The neighbor, puzzled, rowed away to help others. The waters continued to rise, forcing the man to the second floor of his house. He kept praying, confident that God would send a miracle. A few hours later, another boat approached, this one manned by rescuers. "Sir, get in the boat. We'll take you to safety," they called out. Again, the man declined, saying, "No, I have prayed to God and I am certain He will save me." Reluctantly, the rescuers left to save others who were stranded. By nightfall, the floodwaters had pushed the man into the roof of his house. He clung to the chimney as the cold, rushing water swirled around him. He continued to pray with all his heart. Suddenly, a helicopter appeared overhead and a rescuer lowered a rope. "Grab the rope! We'll lift you to safety," the rescuer shouted. But once again, the man refused. "No, I have prayed to God and He will save me," he called back. The helicopter flew away and the waters continued to rise. Exhausted and unable to hold on any longer, the man was swept away by the flood and drowned. When the man reached heaven, he stood before God. With a confused and sorrowful heart, he asked, "God, I prayed for you to save me. Why didn't you deliver me from the flood?" God looked at the man with infinite compassion and said, "My dear child, I sent you 3 lifeboats. Why did you refuse the help I provided?" The man realized his mistake. He had been so focused on expecting a miraculous, supernatural intervention that he had overlooked the very real and tangible help God had sent him. He bowed his head in understanding and acceptance. The lesson here is clear. When we pray for help, we must remain open to the many forms it may take. Often, we have a preconceived notion of how assistance should arrive, expecting grand gestures or unmistakable signs. However, miracles frequently manifest in the most ordinary disguises, such as a kind word from a friend, an unexpected opportunity, or a moment of clarity in the midst of confusion. By fixating on specific outcomes, we risk missing the subtle yet powerful ways the universe responds to our pleas. It's essential to cultivate an awareness that allows us to recognize these everyday miracles. This requires a shift in perspective from seeking the extraordinary to appreciating the significance of the mundane. For instance, a conversation with a stranger might provide the exact insight we need, or a seemingly insignificant event could set off a chain reaction leading to profound change. By staying attuned to the present moment and the nuances of our experiences, we can better perceive the help that is already within our grasp. Moreover, the help we seek is often intertwined with our inner resources, our resilience, creativity, and intuition. When we pray for assistance, we should also reflect on our own strengths and capabilities. Many times, the solutions to our problems lie dormant within us, waiting to be awakened by a shift in mindset or a new approach. Trusting in our abilities and remaining open to self-discovery can unveil paths we hadn't previously considered, leading to the answers we seek. In essence, the true miracle lies in our ability to recognize and embrace the help that comes our way, regardless of its form. By letting go of rigid expectations and opening our hearts and minds, we allow ourselves to see the myriad of ways in which we are supported. Whether through the kindness of others, unexpected opportunities, or our own inner wisdom, the aid we seek is often closer than we realize. Embrace this openness, trust in the journey, and acknowledge the ordinary miracles that enrich our lives every single day. We often overlook obvious help because we're fixated on grand, miraculous interventions. We wait for extraordinary solutions while dismissing the practical help that surrounds us, the supportive friend offering advice, the opportunity for growth disguised as a setback, or the small steps we can take ourselves. But embracing this practical help doesn't diminish the significance of our challenges. Instead, it accelerates our progress and brings relief. By shifting our focus from waiting for the extraordinary to appreciating the practical, we often open ourselves up to quicker resolutions and meaningful transformations in our lives. Some of us resist accepting help out of pride or a strong desire to prove our independence. This reluctance can stem from a fear of appearing vulnerable or dependent on others. However, embracing help doesn't diminish our abilities. Instead, it amplifies our potential by lightening our burdens and fostering collaboration. When we allow ourselves to receive support, whether it's practical assistance, emotional encouragement, or professional guidance, we create opportunities to achieve more than we could on our own. It's a testament to strength, not weakness, to recognize when others can contribute positively to our journey and to harness that collective strength for greater success. Accepting help can indeed also trigger feelings of vulnerability or exposure, as it requires us to acknowledge our limitations and rely on others. However, overcoming this fear is a crucial step towards building stronger relationships and fostering deeper connections with those who genuinely care about our well-being. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable in front of others, it cultivates trust and intimacy. It demonstrates a willingness to be open and authentic, which in turn encourages reciprocity in relationships. By embracing help, we not only strengthen our support networks, but also create opportunities for mutual growth and understanding. It's through these shared experiences of giving and receiving assistance that meaningful bonds are forged, enriching our lives with compassion, empathy, and interconnectedness. Sometimes we just have a fixed mindset, and we've got to change that. A fixed mindset often convinces us that we must navigate challenges independently to validate our abilities and avoid appearing weak or inadequate. This mindset fosters a reluctance to seek help, fearing it might undermine our sense of competence. However, embracing help can catalyze a shift towards a growth mindset, where we recognize that collaboration and learning from others are essential for personal and collective feedback. Accepting assistance not only expands our knowledge and skills, but also cultivates resilience and adaptability. It encourages us to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than tests of individual proudness, thereby fostering a more inclusive and supportive environment where everyone can contribute and thrive. Sometimes our expectations of how help should arrive can be narrow and rigid, causing us to overlook support that comes in unexpected or unconventional ways. This tunnel vision limits our ability to recognize the diverse forms of assistance available to us. By broadening our perspectives and acknowledging that help can manifest in various ways through gestures, advice, opportunities, or simply presence, we open ourselves to a richer tapestry of experiences and connections. Embracing this diversity and support not only expands our understanding of reciprocity and community, but also allows us to appreciate the multitude of ways people can contribute positively to our lives and endeavors. During times of stress or overwhelm, it's common to become so focused on the challenges and problems at hand that we overlook the support and assistance available from those around us. By accepting this help, whether it's emotional support, practical assistance, or guidance, we can alleviate some of the burden we carry alone. This acceptance not only eases our stress, but also enables us to shift our focus from dwelling on problems to actively seeking and implementing solutions. It fosters a sense of collaboration and community, reminding us that we don't have to face difficulties alone and empowering us to navigate through tough times more effectively. Past experiences of betrayal or disappointment can deeply influence our ability to trust others' intentions, especially when it comes to accepting help. The fear of being let down again can create a barrier that prevents us from seeking or embracing genuine assistance. However, choosing to open ourselves to sincere help can gradually restore our faith in humanity. It allows us to recognize and appreciate the goodwill and kindness of others, fostering positive interactions and nurturing healthier relationships. Overcoming these past hurts involves courage and a willingness to believe in the potential for positive outcomes, ultimately paving the way for deeper connections and personal growth. So, in the journey of personal growth, overcoming past hurts and embracing genuine help are pivotal steps towards healing and resilience. By acknowledging our vulnerabilities, we not only open doors to support, but also cultivate deeper trust in ourselves and others. Letting go of past disappointments frees us to embrace new opportunities for connection and growth. Embrace vulnerability. Seek genuine support and trust in the transformative power of opening your heart to others. These steps pave the way for profound personal growth and fulfillment, guiding us towards a life rich in authentic relationships and meaningful experiences. May they both be yours. Peace and blessings, Dr. O.